Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Adofo, ye chiachi mo nyina. Ye gidi se mo ho ye gidi se bibia eye boko. I'm greeting all of you. I hope you are fine. I hope you are doing well. I hope everything is fine with you. Even if there's a challenge, your bomb pie ye ma obo ade okukuruku otutubo ntuba ko pese on Kenya ya adwen na on Kenya ye kra na yentumi emfa and solve your problems na yenko yenim. I'm greeting all of you. Thank you very much. Those of you sharing the videos, those of you encouraging us, those of you helping us in so many ways. We thank you very much. We appreciate it. You are really, really doing a good job. I'm also pleading with you. We are really, myself, my team, my producer, we are pleading with you that you should add us in your spiritual exercise for protection. You should add us in your spiritual exercise in protection. Anytime you do your spiritual exercise, add us. My team, myself, my producer, add us for actually some people are not okay with it, and instead of them to rebuke us or instead of them to reply to react to them and establish their point, they are thinking of other way around. And we hope that we are not offending anybody, we are not insulting anybody, we are educating and giving information. And we are in the era of information of knowing. So we got no problem with anybody. If someone thinks that they have problem with that, that's their problem. But we don't have problem with anybody. If you have a way, if you have a strength, if you trust yourself that there's any other thing apart from what we are saying, you establish it. It's nothing. You tell people. Let people hear. They hear from you. They hear from us. They put it together. They deduce it. They dissect and bisect it. Whatever their mind gives them, they pick it up. But if you don't want to do that and you want to resort to any other way, that's your case. I greet you once again. Thank you very much for sharing my videos. You guys are doing wonderful job. When the realities of life are uncovered, change is a must. We got no problem. If you stop going to church today, it's never our problem. If you stop going to Masalachi today, it's not going to benefit us in anything. We are just telling you that just understand what we are doing very well. Understand it. What we are telling you from distance. These your books that are talking about your religion. You don't know. You do not know them. You don't know distance, and we are telling you, and that is the reality. That is what is in there, but you are not told. And we all were brought out. We were brought out to believe what we were told until we start to unlearn, to relearn. We unlearn what we were told and we started to relearn new things, and we've seen those things and we think that let's share it with the world. We are doing what we are meant to do. So thank you very much. I greet you once again. I want to use this opportunity to greet, I think, all of my followers deserve to be congratulated, deserve to be acknowledged. You guys are doing wonderful job. I will do that. There's a live video coming shortly. We will come live. We'll put some of the things we've spoken together, and then we tell you, and also some of organization that we are preparing to use it for as an NGO that we'll be using to help other Christians and do other stuff in our society. We will also tell you all of these things. My producer and the other team are on it. They are working on it. So thank you very much. But I want to use this opportunity to thank one of my elder brothers. You know, me, my father's side, my mother's side, I'm alone. Not to tell, most especially now that my father's side has banished me, they've rejected me, I'm not part of them. So you can feel my pain, my dear. But you guys on this platform have really made me to be a family. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I want to use this opportunity to greet one of my elder brothers at Kumasi, Emmanuel Achampong. Bema Bechiao Midase. Obo de encounter on bon ban na on to insurance you edegu idumaso. Adia to rush. Hello, that is saying Bechiao ne nkwala no nyina hope say moye. Enia wa Kasamira Lasan, Amina Sani, Jennifer, and all of you, Alcamada, Zulkifil, my Barcelona friend in Italy. I'm greeting all of you, Abdul Sattar. I'm greeting all of you. I'm really greeting all of you. You guys are doing wonderful job. I'm greet Danjuma, Abdurrahman. I really appreciate you guys. I greet you. Thank you very much, and all others. I'm greeting you. The religious teachings continues. The last stop of the last video of the third Abrahamic faith that we are pensing mu a mu baby ayegina baby ayeku efunu ponko 100 and 300 books no e different idea ba ya kinkan ni na dia chro. We are making these stuffs up. We are not making the stuffs up. We are not making these stuffs up. No, they are there and we are reading them. The books are in the market. Go get them and you will see those stuffs over there. If you can't understand the Arabic, let people who understand the Arabic explain them to you. You will see that what I'm saying is there. So we read it and we told you, say, the camels were slaughtered ransomly of Abdallah. Now, after that, the next level, the next thing that the books talked about Abdallah's life is Abdallah's marriage, which is Abdallah's marriage is the result of Prophet Muhammad, and Prophet Muhammad is the result of the third Abrahamic religion. So you see, now, because it is marriage, we decided that we will divert a little bit and talk about marriage in Arabian Peninsula before Islam. So we've put our books together, pull here, check here, read here, put things together, and then we are able to brought you 10 different kinds of man-woman relationship, male-female relationship in Arabian Peninsula before Islam. And this episode, it's about that relationship, man-woman, female-male relationship in Arabian Peninsula before Islam. When the realities of life are uncovered, change is a must. I greet you once again. Because the next video is about the marriage of Abdallah, father of Prophet Muhammad, we want to discuss something small about marriage in Arabian Peninsula. Honestly, there are so many types of marriage in Arabian Peninsula. Our Arab for especially the Hijaz, the northern part of Arabian Peninsula. Our life na ya kwachuchi books na kenka ma ya ka ni nyina bomu na yedi baako edu edi brew 10 different kinds of marriage. It is more than that, but we brought you 10 because they are very common in Arabian Peninsula. And no, yedi brew. The episode we relax. If you are someone who used to pick pen, then note some things and go do your research, relax, pick your paper and pen. It's about to go down. Brethren, I will start by saying this. I will start by bringing you something about one historian who is known as Ammianus Messalonius or Messalonius Ammianus. He's an historian. He wrote so many history about the world. In his history, in his book, where he gathered history of the world, he has some things to say about great or about particular countries or particular people and what they are known of. He has this to say. He is able to say this. He is able to identify Egyptians with something, Kemet land with one particular thing, and he's able to identify Romans with something, and he's able to identify Persians with something, and also is able to identify Arabs with something else. Now let's listen to Ammianus Marcellinus. What does Ammianus Marcellinus got to say? Go Google and check. He has his book. I think one of his greatest books is on PDF, you can get it and you read it as well. You know, some of us, we don't sleep, we always on books, so we got all these things, we read them more than once. This is what Amanus Miscellaneous is talking about. He says, Arabians, some time ago, ancient Arabians were known with fornication. They are people that don't really respect women that much. The only respect women has in the eye of Arabian person, in the eyes of Arabian man, is what is on her chest and what is below her thigh, between her thighs. This is what Amanus Miscellaneous got to say about Arabians some time ago. Yes, there are so many Arabian ladies who wrote their experience in their countries, how Arabs relate to women. And it is not different from what Amanus Miscellaneous has said some time ago. Yes, Amanus Miscellaneous, what he said is the same experience some of these ladies are talking about. The importance and the value of a lady in the eyes of most Arabs depends on what is on the chest and what is between her legs. This is how Arabian value a lady. That is why they have this culture of when a lady gives birth to some time and she becomes weak, they are easily dump her. This is something that is phenomenon in Arabian Peninsula. So according to Amanus Miscellaneous, he says Arabian Peninsula is a peninsula which is known with unlawful and they do not respect relationship they have with women. Yes. And he says Romans at that time was identified with wealth. Omu was scar Roman for the omu scar they know business, don't know how to run business. And I'll say Persians were known at that time with power. Persians were having power. Persian for omu power. That is Iran today. Omu kita power, omu kita tu misa amreno. And I'll say as for Egyptians, they were known with magic. Egyptians were known with magic. This is what Amanus Miscellaneous got to say with these three important people at the time he was writing his history. Interestingly, the Arabs, ancient Arabs, the way they marry, some of the system of their marriage is really interesting. One of the systems of their marriage is this: when the lady is coming to the man, when a man marries a lady and she's coming, she comes with a canopy. You know, the Arabian, the desert village Arabs, canopy, the ancient times. We've spoke about this more than once. She comes with canopy, her own canopy. And now, the question is it that the man, the husband, has no wealth, has no place for her to sleep? No, this is not the thing. The thing is that she comes with her own canopy things, materials. She keep it, she stay with the husband. When things went wrong and she's not okay with the marriage anymore, what she does is that she goes out of the husband's canopy or husband's tent and mount her own tent at one side and stay there and think of what to do next. And then if she decides what to do next, she will decide to do it. Now she's free. This is some of the things that happened in ancient Arabian Peninsula. Now, the marriages that we have for you here, we have 10 different marriages in Arabian Peninsula which was taking place before Islam came. And this is the result of us approaching the marriage of Abdela, who is Prophet Muhammad's father. That is why we want to discuss Arabian marriage before Islam. When the realities of life is uncovered, change is a must. Brethren, the first type of marriage in Arabian Peninsula before Islam is known as Ziwaj Sadak. Ziwaj Sadak. Now, most people are not well acquainted with Arabic language when it comes to differentiating terminologies. Sometimes in Arabic language, the word nikah might be used as a marriage. But nikah, the word nikah, which has the Arabic letters nun, kaf, mad alif, and ha, small ha karami, ha kitwa, which is nikahun. 90% when Arab use nikah is talking about sexual intercourse. Yes, I remember there was a time we were in the house. We were sitting outside in our house, and one of this our small malams, he knows me very well. He knows us, and he was passing by, and he came to greet us. And one of my brothers asked him that it's been a while, we don't see you. He says he's busy. And somebody asked him, what are you busy of? And he was like, he's preparing to marry. Now, he wanted to show us that he understands Arabic. And this is what he said. He says, I'm preparing, so you want to nikah. You know, they have this, slang the Arabic. We all did it before. It's funny. It's really, really funny. Anyway, like nikah. So I was like seriously, nikah, and I was laughing. Now me through my team because I understand that on kasani into differentiate terminology, no. Nikah more times is used as a sexual intercourse. Zawaj is marriage. Nikah is used as sexual intercourse. When we get to the point of discussing the Quran, we will break these things down. So the first type of marriage Arabian Peninsula has is known as Ziwaj Sadak. Ziwaj Sadak is a marriage with Sadak. Sadak is Sadaki. What Hausa man has Hausalized it. Sadaki is not Hausa. So what I don't understand is the Hausa people, before you got the word Sadaki from Arabic to your language, what do you call what you give to a woman before you marry her? What do you call it in your language? There is one brother, Alkamada. I believe you are Hausa here. So please help me with it. What do you call what you give to woman? You give to a woman before you marry her, before you got the word Sadaki. What do you call it? My friend is saying, what do you call it? Anyway, so Hausa man Hausalized the Sadak, and he became Sadaki. And there is a whole lot of misconception when it comes to understanding of what we give to women before we marry them. And the misconception started all the way from the Arabic literature, and then it transpired and it was transmitted to the Quran. Now, when you go to the Quran, there is ajr as something that we give to a woman before we have any form of relationship with her. And there is also what we call sadaki. Ajr and sadaki is not the same thing. Therefore, if you give a woman ajr to have a relationship with her, it might not be official marriage. Yes, when the realities of life is uncovered, change is a must. Yes. So when these things are putting together, it confuses because ajr is not sadaqi. Because Quran has differentiated the two. Just like the way when I saw someone tried to interpret wajalna layla libasa, because he heard libasa, he says it is ntuma, like yefra, or say anaju ntuma yefra. I don't know how you fra anaju. Like this is saying omu pra Quran. Omu pra Quran was Zongo community. Tafsir, Ramadan, ba obetin sem. Omu pra Quran. The omu pra Quran ankasa. Ana chima Quran chiwo chikin Zongo. We ana tafsiri. Omu kikan sem ekikabum. Wadanna lela libasa osin tuma. Ye dia nyamia ye ana Allah ye anaju asentuma na ye fanfra. I never know anaju ye kuntu ana rapper. Ba ku koya abu da kyau kananan malamai, ba ku kwanta da hankalin ku nemi ilimi, ku da ku tashi kankantara da girman kai. Let's put that one aside though. So this is the thing. So the first marriage is zawaj sadaq, and this is how it goes. كان ذلك في كثير من قبائل العرب. This zawaj, this marriage of sadaqi is rampant and it's a phenomenon in Arabian Peninsula. And at the yewa, a dozen were Arab memu omuye, and no say, who the bibi ko ekoma, who the bibi ko ekoma, awufuono, the parent, the guardian of the woman, who the more and we are sadak. The reason why they call it sadak from the word sadaka, sawed calf, is there. This is not the time for that. When we go to the Quran and we want to separate these terminologies, we will discuss the root of it. So it's a phenomenon and it's a rampant in Arabian Peninsula. So that is the first marriage. It's a witness. So the idea of sadaki was not brought by the Quran. So those of you in Zongo who marry and akau sadaki, ala adan larabawa kuke imba musulunci bane. To musulunci ma ala adan larabawa da bai kare ba. Wanne ne ba. Musulunci ma ala adan larabawa ne. Musulunci ala adan larabawa ne. Nti mu amu wari wo Zongo. Ya mu kase sadaki, yedi sadaki aba no. It is Arab fu amamre. Because sadaki na yetuya ansa na ye ware no enya abibifuo dia ena enya prophet Muhammad na ebe start ye enya Quran na start ye enya Quran mu na efiba wo ho dada ena wa beto aso nti sadaki na amuji wo Zongo na amu ye hu dede fa sadaki bra na sefo no Arabfuo amamre. You see, it is Arab's culture eno na mudia banti Kramosuna kasanu ya Arab for mamre. When I can obi ko pai, and that is the reality. Go check your books. Islam is Arab's culture. And Kenya, sir, why do you adopt their way of dressing after the religion came? So that is it. So they pay the dowry, they give the dowry, and then they witness the marriage, and then the lady becomes your wife. So the same thing they did to Abdallah, they did for Abdallah. That is the type of marriage Abdallah had. And most of the marriages of the Arabian Peninsula at that time, sana omuyenu, omawarienu, sana na etie, enu na ye number one. Nti enu na ye wahanu, nti Arabian Arab for amamre na ye wahanu. Enya Quran na diba ye wada na Quran besi so. So it is Arabian culture. And then number two, they have what they call nikahu sabi. Now here you see the first one is being termed as zawaj sadaq. Zawaj sadaq means marriage of sadaqi, marriage of dowry. You give dowry before and then the family will witness the dowry and they will give the woman to you. Zawaj. But the second one, the books are very, very sensitive or selective. Selective. The books were selective in the West. Books are very, very selective in our West because this is what they do. This is what the books do. So the second one or say nikahu sabi. So not zawaj. So it's not marriage. A relationship, intercourse, sexual intercourse with a sabi, a captive lady. A captive lady. A captive lady. Sabi. Sabi, the other word of Sabi, Sabi is captive. The other word of Sabi in Arabic is Asr. Asrun. So Asirun is a captive. Asiratun is a captive lady. So Nikahu Sabi, intercourse with a captive lady. Intercourse with a captive lady. Bawuya de aka kama ta filin yaki. Nikaka use na nikah. Alaka namiji da na mace da ita. So ita nan ba auren ta ba aure bane. So her own is not marriage. Ni dia no enya awariye. Nti na wo mo yusu nika. For most of the book, ni anti amanfa book bi ankita no. Actually, these marriages were not mentioned in one book or two. It took me about 15 different books to bring all these marriages together. That's why I'm not holding them. Imagine I were to be reading from all the 15 books. You can see how long the video is gonna be. That is why I'm painting and I'm a carbon santi. Maybe Bobby, even in Sham Dibiaba, that is Sira to Anabia, Albidaya one Nihaya Dibiaba, Asira to the Halabia, Eddie Bibri Abba, Murab Waju Zahab, not of Almasudi, and also Eddie B. Abba. So that is it. And Al Magazi brought some. At-Tabaqatul Kubra cannot be left out. That one has also brought some. So you can go and do your researches. Maybe I don't know. By the end of this particular episode, maybe I'll be mentioning the pages or I don't know. So this is the thing. So Nikahu Sabi, sleeping with, excuse my language, sleeping or having sex with a captive. That one is there. So he used the one Arabian Peninsula, one can use his captive as a partner, but not marriage. Not marriage. Captives, the women, the ladies that were captured in war, whatever relationship the men had with them is not marriage. The reality is that it's not marriage. So the second one is the Nikah Sabi, the marriage or the relationship or the relationship with a captive, which you're not gonna marry. Because marriage has, Zawaj has shurut, principles. This Nikah Sabi, none of those principles can be applied to it. So it is not marriage. It is funny. When someone went to Revelation to reply to my presentation, when he was asked about Maria to Kiptia, or say she's a wife with lesser status. Like seriously, how is someone becomes a wife with lesser status? So shurut of a lesser wife is what? What is the conditions and principles of a lady being a lesser wife? So that is the point. My producer has signaled me, so I think that this one will end shortly. So what the Nikah Sabi means is that ويقطع يتجوز الرجل المهارب من إحدى النساء اللواتي وكان في العصر سبايا. So it is allowed for them to have sexual intercourse with the captive women they captured in war. So it was there before Islam, and Islam came to establish it. And Islam gave it a name. It was there before Islam, and Islam came to establish. So it is also in Islam. So in this marriage, in this relationship, there is no sadaq, there is no dowry, there is nothing to be given to anybody. In fact, even if you have something to give, who are you going to give to? This lady is a slave. She was captured in war. Who the common one? Obi a captured no person sebi. Person obi eja. Nti okotuya ma wan or your no anade. Like it's really interesting. So this is the thing. So the second relationship or man-woman relationship in Arabian Peninsula is Nikah Sabi, the relationship or the intercourse with a captured lady, a slave lady. It was in Arabian Peninsula before Islam came, and Islam came to confirm and establish it. Indeed, this is what is there. Catch us in the next video as we try to finish all the 10 marriages to you. Bye-bye.